Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Ponder with me this morning, why might the living envy the dying? So another way of asking is that the Christians, to be a Christian is to seek and thirst and faint for God. So that's kind of the baseline. And the irony of those who find God, when you sign up to be a Christian, you sign up for longing. You long for more of Him. So to be a Christian is forever seeking more of Him until you get to heaven, and then you get all of Him. Psalm 63 describes this wanting more. Verse 1, Psalm 63, verse 1. Oh God, you are my God. I earnestly seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So here's the good news. If you've only got a few days left, your hunger shall soon be fulfilled. Now, of course, we grieve the loss, your losses, and the loss of you. But here's the unique part in Christianity. This only happens in the upside down world of Christianity. We also envy the dying because or even the dead, because you got exactly what you were created for. This is exactly how this is supposed to go. You get to go and be satisfied, fulfilled, accomplished. A place of no more pain, no more sickness, no more tear. Remember Revelation chapter 21, verse 3. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, behold, the dwelling place of God is with man. He will dwell with them, and they will be His people. And God Himself will be with them as their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. There shall be no mourning or crying or pain anymore, for the former things have passed away. And we get to stay here and thirst and faint and seek. So you get to go, the sick person gets to go from wanting more of Him to getting all of Him. So you may leave those of us who are still here. And this is the way that true believers can actually envy the walking dead, or even the dead. So to be a Christian is to thirst and long and faint for God. And when you sign up to be a Christian, you sign up for longing. And my wanting is kind of my worship. My seeking is kind of my song to Him. My pining is kind of my praise. He creates us to crave for Him. Okay, verse 2. So I have looked upon you in the sanctuary, beholding your power and glory, because your steadfast love. I want to camp on that for a second. Your steadfast love is better than life. My lips will praise you. So this is surety from the past, the steadfast love of God, is the foundation upon which that we confidently go forward and anticipate in the future. And think about this. So let's say 1,000 years from now, after your death, and you're in heaven, and then suddenly God stops this character of Hesed that He has. And the crazy thing is that if He's unfaithful even for a second, then all the faithful people fall out of heaven. So Hesed is the pillar upon which we stand now because of the past, and it's also the pillar that we're going to stand on 1,000 years from now, or we fall out of heaven. So if there's no steadiness with God, then there's nothing to stand on for the rest of us. So we absolutely depend upon the Hesed character of God to put us into heaven, and then we depend upon it for our continuance there. So I think that's an interesting thought to remember. All right, verse 5 of Psalm 63. My soul will be satisfied with fat and rich food. My mouth will praise you with joyful lips when I remember you upon my bed and meditate on you in the watches of the night. For you have been my help, and in the shadow of your wings I sing for joy. So this is a little bit of a primer on what to do in the middle of the night. Have you ever woken up and wondered, hey, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm up. What am I supposed to do now? So Psalm 63 says, where is this taking place? On my bed. When? In the watches of the night. And what am I supposed to be remembering? That you have been my help. So reciting this history of the Lord, this previous history and the kindness and the faithfulness of God's historical walk with us. So He encourages us to get our mouth and our mind and our memory and even music involved in this process. And then Psalm 63 leaves us with a great picture, which I want to leave you today. Verse 7. For you have been my help, and in the shadow of your wings, I will sing for joy. So this imagination, he's asking us to get our imagination involved. Put yourself, put us, imagine us under the shadow of his wings. Under the shadow of his wing. He's giving us permission to think about him in this way. So it's appropriate, God is saying, for us to think of ourselves as baby birds, 100% dependent upon God the protector, the papa bird. And this God, the protector, has his wings over us, and we are enshadowed under him. Psalm 17:8 confirms that we're the apple of his eye and hidden in the shadow of his wings. It's a theme throughout some of Scripture. So your hesed towards me is better than life. Without hesed, there is no life. I'm going to stay under the shadow of your wing. So what I'm going to leave you with today is stay under the shadow of his wing. It's the second best place to be. The first is home with him, and we're envious of those who are there. Thanks for listening.